Hi everyone, today is Saturday, December 12th, 2020. And in front of me is Ivan Taylor, sorry, he's a channeler. There was a few people who really loved his interview, the last two videos, and they asked him to come back. So therefore, I have asked Ivan if he is interested in doing a bi-monthly video session, interview where he channel a certain entity, and then they will bring in some information into this dimensions. I have a handful of questions here. Otherwise, he can just whatever information he received, he can share that with us. So today, I really like last time where you channel an entity. I don't know if you can do that again this time.
Yeah, I would do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You can do that. All right, thank you. Okay. All right, ready to go? All right, thank you guys for having me again. All right, blessings. Here we go. Take care. Greetings to you. This is Redmond from Sirius B. Greetings to you. Us from Sirius are, yes, here to assist you with your questions. We are, yes, are a different energy that you used to from previous connection. We're here to connect you to your highest good. So blessings to you. Begin whenever you are ready.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
So this community, we are crypto, we investing in crypto market, and we have a lot of interest in that area. So I want to start out asking, the first question is from Darcy. She wants to know if you see any cryptocurrency, like Alcoin is a small company, that will provide the biggest gain, I don't know, within the next 3 months or 6 months or whatever you see.
When you have any type of Bitcoin that you want us to scan, like options?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
1 is XRP, 2 is Zilta, 3 is Theta, 4 is Digibyte, 5 is Zap.
Digibyte will get higher. It's having trouble at this time, but it is getting momentum little by little. It is becoming more popular. The numbers might not always show, but it seems like that is kind of like a rock star. It's just taking time for it to take off. Now remember the numbers that you gave it, not exactly the names, but the 5th one you mentioned is still stagnant from what you see. It is still trying to grow, but there's still not a lot of confidence in that one from what I can see. It doesn't mean it will not grow. All these are going to take some time. The first one that you mentioned is probably the one that will grow the quickest over time. It's still, it is growing some legs. It still has a lot of momentum, but it seems like that one, because you mentioned it first also, it seems to be one that some of these don't really want to get too well known too quickly. Yes, the long term is really the best bet, but all of them do have potential that will definitely grow. But yes, the long term is key in all this. It's up to the person. Yes, go ahead, please.
So the first one I think I mentioned is XRP. So I got a prediction where my spirit guide told me that XRP will go to 33x, which is like about $8.91. Do you see that will come to pass within the first quarter of 2021?
I think it's going to take a little bit longer than that. It seems like it's once again it's some of the people that own it are holding it back because they want it to grow a little bit larger. So they want it to like have a explosion. So yes, just hold on throughout your year. I feel like some people wanted to triple out of nowhere, from what I can see. So, but yes, it will find some growth eventually. Yes.
Okay. Then there's some people thinking that when XRP gets to $10, right now XRP about 50 cents. They said that when XRP go to $10, it will be difficult for the average investor to sell it. Is that true?
Exactly. That is what we're seeing. That's why it's staying at the rate that it's at. So it's affordable right now.
So
That's yeah.
so does it mean that it won't go past $10? What are you?
Yeah, it's going to take some time. People like all of these, they want it at a affordable rate for right now.
Mhm.
So there will be a time when it all will explode. It's still going to be some time for that. So they want it where people can get into it still, instead of like Bitcoin, where it's like only the wealthy are really getting to that now. So
Mhm.
yeah.
So XRP, they want it to be the banking coin where the traditional bank would use the system. Do you see that will be successful?
It's going to be a bumpy ride, but it will find its way. But that will probably take a couple of years.
Oh, geez.
But they're all trying. Yeah, it's about crypto is always going to have a bumpy ride. But yes, they're trying to make it into like real money, basically. I mean, it is, but to really, yeah, it's going to be a big jump for that.
So in order for XRP to get to $10, for example, how long would it take?
Possibly 2 years or less. But yeah, if they're at where it's at now, I don't see a huge jump just yet. But give it time though. Just hold on.
Okay.
Don't give up.
Okay. Awesome.
Long term is key to everything.
Okay. Awesome. So there has been some prediction that I receive and some other people receive that cryptocurrency will, maybe go down to below $5,000. Do you see that Bitcoin will ever go down to like below $5,000 ever?
Oh, I feel like it's unlikely unless you have a huge crash, but not anytime soon. Maybe, yeah, right now, so many investors want to keep the number high.
Yes.
That's so it going down that low is, I feel, impossible, but nothing's ever impossible. But if it crashes, it'll be like in 10 years if it happens at all. So
Okay.
we feel like it will continue. I feel like as well, it'll continue to rise. It will go up and down, but
some people see that Q4 of next year there might be a big crypto market crash. In terms of like how large it will drop, we don't know. But do you see that
no.
Q4 21?
I mean Q4. Does it mean quarter of fourth quarter, or what are you speaking
fourth
of?
quarter of next year.
Oh, like the end of next year.
Yes.
We actually feel it will continue to increase. Actually, we don't see it crashing. I mean, there's going to have dips. That's always going to happen throughout the year. But as the dollar gets hit, as it's getting now, we see crypto continue to. We don't really see that at the end of the year, though. We see it actually gaining. So, and that's what people want. But of course, people do want the prices to go down so they can buy. We understand.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Some will, of course. Some will crash, yes, but not all the crypto market now.
Okay.
We don't see that.
Yeah. I spoke to a few people, and then they said that the current cryptocurrency system, it will eventually, no, 2 years from now, the system won't be here. There will be a new technology that is better than the current blockchain technology. Do you see that? Is there a new technology better than blockchain coming?
Well, we do see, yeah, it will get upgrades throughout the coming years, yes. Now, yeah, that it would just be more secure. I believe that's what they're really talking about.
Yes, I totally agree with that. Oh yes, so you said that there will be a new system that's more secure. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yes. Well, yes, more where people will feel more safe using it. So where it become more for everybody. It's not really for everybody just yet because it's just complicated. People want to just get in there, get what they want, and leave. Like a banking system, you can say. Go in there, buy through the exchange, not worry about getting hacked, not worry about losing anything. We feel like now this isn't 100% right now, but where many have to use a wallet to USB, which is still good right now, definitely. We feel like there will be more technologies to make that more secure and just more understood for the public to, because people don't want to join it and then lose everything. So it's in the works. Now, when is going to be some time for it to really go broad for the mainstream people? Possibly in 10 years. For it to really
Oh
become
my.
more mainstream where it's easy to get into. So right now it's kind of like a secret society in some regard or a niche. It's a pretty big niche. But it's
Yeah.
still most of the public is not kind of wary of it. It's on its infancy when you think about it. So,
Yeah, I agree.
but yes, no, new technologies, even some Bitcoins are going to come in and try new things, as you're already seeing right now. Expect that to increase in some form or another. Some are going to really try to change things. If they are successful, it's another. They're all going to try to become the next big thing. So
Hmm.
you see that right now, actually.
Yeah. So earlier you mentioned something about wallet. Um,
Yes.
yes. So do you see the crypto wallet will evolve?
Hmm. More secure and more variety of wallets, meaning just more up to date because I don't believe they're up to date. Well, they are, but they're kind of expensive. We can have an old wallet and it updates and it's more secure than it has been in the past, things like that.
Hmm.
So easier to access. Um, Accessibility, I feel like, will increase. Right now, one of the reasons why it is the way it is so black markets can use it for what governments use it on the dark web. It's kind of kept that way for a reason for right now because they don't want everyone to use it just yet. That's a lot to do with it.
Who
So
don't want it to use it as yet?
governments they like to use it for their own means
Oh, I see.
to trap bad guys or create them because it's used for currency for many things, as you know, on the black market.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
So it's used to track people too that are doing illegal things. So once the governments have more of a understanding of it, so they can track it better, then it'll go more mainstream. So they like it how it is. Let's put it that way.
So are you saying that the governments, the U.S. government, I know like some
Mhm.
other nation are and are you saying the U.S. government is investing in the
Yes,
cryptocurrency market?
the intelligence agencies are. Yeah, they use it all the time.
Oh wow.
Mm. Of course, they're not going to make it known. Of course.
So when you say investing, are you saying that they buy Bitcoin for a profit, or what do they do?
Yeah, they buy it like they would use any money. Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
Or they get it from those that are doing illegal things. They take their Bitcoin or take their crypto.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, they invest in it quite a bit actually. Obviously, they're not going to make it known. Now, those of you that are doing it, in a legal way, don't worry. No, it's for the dark web. That's what. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Then there was an article came out about 2 weeks ago. Uh, they were speculating that the U.S. government will ban the crypto wallet.
We're not seeing that. We feel well. Once that comes down to security, so it might come up. I think that's just talk. I don't believe they're going to actually do anything on it,
Mhm.
or they're bringing better security. In terms, we don't need the wallet anymore. So that has not been. Mostly, it'll be a private company that would do something like that. Just like you see with Tesla bringing in the electric car, there will be someone similar that'll go into crypto and just bring in new things. Digibyte's kind of doing that, but there's others that will come in also just to bring in a new trend.
Mm-hmm.
So it just, I feel like a lot of them like it where it is right now, but they are working on new ideas always. So
yeah, so it's not something that we should concern about right now.
no, not at all. No, if they get rid of the wallet, there'll be something better. So yeah, they're not. It's just a rumor. That's all.
Mm-hmm. That's a relief. Then then let's see. About a few weeks ago as well, Brian Brook, he said that he is one of the, I forgot his title. I think he's like COO of the department where they will draft cryptocurrency law, and they would try, the U.S. government would try to regulate cryptocurrency. So when the U.S. government pass a bill for cryptocurrency, do you see that will be in favor of the people, or it will be more in favor of the institutional clients?
No, I feel it'll be for this is going to be years in the making, or it will never, or 10, it's not, or never happen at all. It will benefit everyone, but will once again be more secure for people, which is very important, because they want to keep it as it is. They don't want to change it too much. They want to just make it for the bad guys not to get it. I believe that's really where it comes down to. So we're not worried at this time. There's nothing to worry about, actually.
So Brian, he said that they actually working on a regulation that they want to pass before Trump is out the office, which is like early next year, January 2021.
Mm-hmm. It's a possibility, unlikely. No, it's a possibility, but we feel like they kind of, it's up in the air. There's not a yes or a no, really. It's in the works, but we feel like a lot of them want to bury it and just, they're not ready for it yet. But even if they do anything, we don't believe there'll be much of a change, or a change at all, for that matter. So
okay, that's good.
The energy we feel right now, there's unlikely anything to happen. Of course, that can shift, but if anything, if they do anything, it's once again for those that are using it illegally.
Mm-hmm. Then but there's a channeler, she's on YouTube. She said that there is a backdoor to some cryptocurrency,
Mm-hmm.
where if, for example, U.S. governments or the company want to access our coin or token, they can do that.
It's only on those that, like, individuals that they want. So the majority of people are fine. For those that they want to get, they can do something there, yes. But once again, not to worry.
Yeah, but it's still concerning because that is a possibility.
Same as like freezing one's bank account. Same thing. Think of it that way. But this is more like taking away. But still, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, once again, we believe you don't have anything to worry about. There's always a backdoor to everything, but you say not to worry.
So does all this developer knowing that, like, they sit there writing a code, writing a program, writing technology, there will be a backdoor? Do they know? Does the developer know that there's a backdoor to their products?
No. Some are made deliberately, but those aren't ones that are very popular. Some that are actually made by the government, but I don't believe any of you are aware of them. They're not ones that are very popular at all. So I don't believe normal people would even buy those. So, but yeah, but no, they're not aware. They think it's secure. Yeah, because they want a secure product. Now there might be something that they're not seeing, but government is there to create a backdoor. Government is there to infiltrate, or hackers for that matter. So once again, I will not worry.
Okay, that's comforting because the community has been a little concerning that we, the average people, wake up one day, 2 years from now or whatever, I will lose the asset.
Yes, it's good to. I believe that's where the wallet comes in.
Yes.
That's where that's yeah. If you have it on a wallet, you really have nothing to worry about. If you don't, you really don't have anything to worry about either, because it's only certain cryptos that are going to get messed with, but those aren't the popular ones. They're ones that are obscure and nobody cares about.
Okay. Talking about wallet, there's 2 popular wallets that we're using right now, Trezor and Ledger. So between that 2, which one is better for us to use in terms of security? Which one's better?
Trezor seems to be better, but they're both good overall.
Yeah.
Trezor seems to be the one that, or Trevor.
Yeah, Trezor.
Yeah, it's one that they seem to update more often. So, but overall, they're fine.
But the funny thing is that Ledger, the company, I think they located in Europe. They got hacked in July, a few months ago, about 5 months ago. They are a wallet company, but they got hacked. So have they been updating their security?
Yes, they've been upgrading a lot recently. That's why. So they've been, Ledger. Yes, they've been doing a lot of changes ever since then. And we do see some government influence there, why it even happened in the first place. So we feel Russian hackers what we're seeing, actually.
So when the Russian hacks a Ledger, what do they want? What do they need? What do they want from the data?
Well, they want the Bitcoins for themselves. They want to know how they can break into anybody's wallet.
Oh, God.
But not to worry. Yeah, once again. Yeah, Russia is in China, Russia seems to be more sophisticated. So, but once again, if you have a wallet and you have no spy or anything on your computer, that's like if you're a target, that's usually, majority of you aren't going to be a target. So if they want something from you, they'll get it. Always try to, at least. But you're not on a list, so don't worry about it. Celebrities is another story. So yeah, if you're well known, or like Bill Gates or something, yeah, that's a different story.
So we are not a target because we don't have a lot of.
Yeah, they don't know who you are. Yeah.
Okay.
They're not. They don't want to. If they're doing it, they want something, not just Bitcoin. They want something else with information.
Oh, I see.
So it's all about information all around. Blackmail, things like that. So, but yeah, Bitcoin, you're still secure as long as you have a wallet. You're secure. So yeah, not to worry.
Is there okay? There's a technology called quantum encryption technology.
Yes.
That technology is supposed to be better than blockchain. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It doesn't feel like it's quite there yet, but it's getting there. There will be alternatives to wallet, and that's part of the upgrade, you can say. But I don't feel that is just. It still has a lot of. It still has a lot to figure out. So I don't feel like it's quite secure just yet.
Mm-hmm.
As they say, it might. Yeah, it has better technology overall, but still has a ways to go.
Mm-hmm. They said that Bitcoin won't survive forever. You know, there will be a new technology replace Bitcoin. Do you see that happen?
Well, the way it works, the technology behind it, I feel like Bitcoin is going to still stay the same. Yeah, it will always be called Bitcoin. Just the technology of how it's read, how it's worked, how it's used, that'll change. It'll get an upgrade overall. Little by little. But it'll still be Bitcoin overall. So we don't feel like they want to change the name or anything like that either. Well, they're just creating an alternative.
But will there be a better technology where it will replace Bitcoin in terms of like pricings or market cap?
Yes, eventually.
Probably years from now.
Yeah, a long time. Maybe beyond our lifetime. Your lifetimes at this time. It's not something that's majorly in the making. So So there might be beta talks, beta creations of it in your lifetime, but nothing substantial just yet. So,
but Bitcoin is sort of the king of all cryptocurrency.
yes.
However, it's slow. The transaction is very slow. It takes like half an hour to send a transaction from one computer to the next. Will the transaction speed will improve over time?
That's done on purpose. So, yeah, maybe many years in the future. They like it right where it is. They want it so they can trace it, so they can has other means why it's doing that. It could be faster right now, but apparently those that are controlling don't want it to do that. So it's doing exactly what they want it to do. Those that are operating it.
So are you talking about the developer, the miner, or the government?
The developer, actually. It is connected to government, but I feel like the developer, actually, or developers of it. Yeah.
So is the developers working for the government?
It feels like it's independent, but it's very government influenced, or private company influence also. It's influenced by different parties. So you scratch my back, I scratch your back. They're kind of godlike in some ways, at least in their mentality.
Oh yeah, they're very.
Yeah.
Then there's a cryptocurrency right now is under development in Australia. The name of the company is called Bitcoin Black. I tune in. I like that a bit.
Oh yes, that we feel like it will have a slow start, but it will gain momentum over time. It's going to be one of the smaller ones once it gets public, but it will grow over time. I feel like it doesn't want to explode. I mean, it will explode, but it will still be easy to, to buy. So they want to keep it low for a long time, and then it'll spike. From what we're seeing at this moment of this talk.
Do you see that will launch by next year?
Possibly. It seems like the developers want to hold on to it maybe for a couple of years for some reason.
That's too long.
Yes, it feels like they're maybe a year, possibly next year. But it seems like the developers they're still developing it. It seems.
Yes, it's true. They're still developing it in Australia.
Yeah, so they're not confident that it's in good standing. Now, the end of this year, next year, it looks very good. Yeah, it feels like we just have to see how it goes, but it feels like they're going to hold on to it for a while because they put it out there, but by the time it gets what it needs to go public, I believe it will be ready to a degree. They still have a lot to do with it, it seems.
Yes, I agree with that. I can too.
It seems like they're lacking funding, which is kind of strange, but it seems like they are.
Lacking funding, they have been selling a lot of their currency.
It's kind of it seems like it's used for other things, not just it's part of the development, but they're using it for other things too, like promotion, things like that. So
other things related to the business?
Yeah, seems like. So it's still gonna be valuable though.
Gonna be successful?
Mm-hmm. Just it's still building up its momentum, you can say.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
You can say it's always going to be kind of a mystery. I guess they all are, but this one's going to be a real mystery, it seems. So because they wanted to compete with Bitcoin itself. So that's why it's taking so long.
So my spiritual teacher said that there will be a world currency. This world currency will be similar to, euro payments in Europe. There's like a bunch of nations get together, agree on one currency. They agree that is euro. So will there be a one currency, but in the form of digital currency? Will there be one?
Well, there'll be the war between physical and crypto. So possibly in 5 years, maybe sooner, where crypto will become more popular. So because a lot of companies or a lot of people that want to get funding are not allowed to have funding, so more people are going to crypto. So that's going to continue. So there will be a time where, time frame is not clear, but there will be eventually when crypto becomes more popular. Yes. So physical is still going to be there for a long time, but crypto is going to go up in value though, definitely. Now, time frame of that isn't completely clear of when. We feel 5 years at this time, but that's not concrete. So, so we
So
open. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. So right now, the IMF is working on like digital currency. The Federal Reserve in the U.S. There's a bunch of different Federal Reserve, but I know the Boston Federal Reserve are looking into 40 different crypto companies. They rather developing their own technology. Yes. They will use one few of the altcoin technology and maybe build on top of it. So can you talk a little bit about the Boston Federal Reserve cryptocurrency?
Yeah, the Federal Reserve, I believe they're developing it right now. Now they want it to be like, for example, like Gigabyte. They want to be able to like get the Federal Reserve crypto, but also like Gigabyte, for example, it's kind of like like similar technologies. So they're trying to mimic a lot of technologies to go into it. So yeah, they're just copying a lot of companies at this time. I don't believe they're copying Bitcoin. They are to a certain extent, but I believe they're looking at the newer companies for more information. So they're not 100% that this is even going to work. So they're not confident that they can even keep it secure. That's another reason why they have not made it. Security is number one that they're not very good at exactly. So government has never been 100. Yeah, government they create. Yeah, it's going to be easy to hack in the beginning. So you have to be careful with that. So it's going to be a while for that. So
talking about hacking, there are some theory rumor that XRP can be hacked in the future.
I mean, technically all of them can be hacked, but I would not give it that energy that it will be hacked. It's a possibility, but I would not worry too much about it. So they all have vulnerabilities. So, but they are upping their security. All of them are up. They're always upgrading themselves for security at this time. So